Hi guys, my name is Manish Agnihotri. I live in Delhi and this is my first YouTube video. The name of my channel is Manish Brent Kruger. So kindly subscribe to it. In this channel, I'll be coming out with periodic videos on different areas of interest, including travel, including especially with focus on jungle side travel, on national parks and other areas of interest. For instance, the best drinks that you can have, certain whiskies which India has, and other points of interest. And I am sure you'll all like it and be with me in this journey of mine. So today, for the first video, I have chosen the topic of the roads to Kanha. So Kanha Kisli National Park. This is a national park which is located in the Mandla and Balaghat districts of Madhya Pradesh. From Delhi, the distance would be about 1000 kilometers if you drive down, and the nearest airport there are two. One is Nagpur and the second one is Jabalpur. I went to Kanha after a gap of almost 3 years due to the pandemic, and somehow I have been a regular visitor there, but due to the pandemic and other problems, I could not go there. And trust me, after 3 years gap, when I arrived there this time, it was a pleasant surprise. The Kanha hasn't changed. The national park has grown better, but that's not the point I'm talking about. My video topic is the roads to Kanha. So I arrived in Nagpur by flight from Delhi, and immediately I decided to hire a vehicle and drive down to Kanha. So when you drive from Nagpur airport to Kanha, the distance would be about 276 kilometers. It used to take about 6.5 hours as the road passed through various forest areas which were yet to be renovated. And there was a big debate going on with National Highway Authority not being able to implement its projects. But lo and behold, this time I was surprised to see one of the finest roads in India. And I say it with some responsibility, one of the finest roads in India having been built on the pristine forest areas of the road to Kanha. So when you start from Nagpur, the road goes through certain city areas, and when you cross from Maharashtra to Madhya Pradesh side, there is a national park which is called Pench National Park. The outlying areas of this national park has a lot of animal population, as is expected to be. And this area was not getting developed because of lack of forest permission. So as it happened, my friends would know that the National Highway Authority and the forest and the environmentalists came to an agreement, and they have built, I think, the longest elevated corridor in India. So there is a stretch of road which is elevated for about 50-60 kilometers, and it's built of concrete, and on both sides protection has been given so that animals don't enter it. And there are certain stretches where when you park your vehicle on one side, there's a restriction on it, but you can stop for some time and you can look down and you are able to see animals right down. So this is one of the best roads. My video here, as you see now, the road that I'm showing is the road that has been newly built in the stretch of National Park. So when you start from the Maharashtra border, which is called Khawasa onwards, and this road towards Nagpur gives you a beautiful drive. You arrive in Khawasa, and Khawasa there is a small place where you can have some tea and snacks, and then you drive on the stretch which used to be Ghat road. There's hilly terrain that also has been converted, as my next video will show. That you can see here, the road is very smooth, the surface is fine, it is protected on both sides, and it depends on you at what speed you would like to go, of course given the restriction of the speed limits. So when you move towards from Khawasa border towards Sivni is a town in Madhya Pradesh, is district headquarter, but the road that you're going on is the national highway, which is the part of the Golden Quadrilateral. So you leave that road at Sivni, and from Sivni on, my third video just now you're looking at, this is the road. You have to take the turn towards the Sivni bypass, and then the road stretch turns into a state road. It's a double lane road, as you just see. The surface is okay, and you are going through pristine beauty of the proper cultivated fields. There are small villages, mind it, not much of places to eat. You don't have any restaurants for another 200 kilometers to come, roughly, and you keep on moving into the depths of Madhya Pradesh. From Sivni, you arrive to a place called Nainpur. Nainpur has been a railway DRM junction, and so that's the only place which you will arrive after a travel of about 100 kilometers, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and there you will find some decent places to eat and take up some supplies. And then on, you enter, you cross the newly built railway line, and you enter the precincts of the Kanha Kisli National Park. There's a turning from a place called Chirai Dongri, and after this, it's a proper small single road. So this road also is quite navigable. There are 2 or 3 small bridges, culverts as you would say, which normally are open, but during the rainy season, or even if it rains heavily for 2 hours continuously or 3 hours continuously, you may find that they have been blocked for a short period of time. But normally, barring the rainy season, that is from August, September, when it is closed for 4 or 5 days at a stretch, you would find these culverts to be open. And even if the traffic is blocked, there's always a chance that you can turn back and go and stay at the nearest place. It could be Chirai Dongri or Sivni, and then come back again after 4 or 5 hours after having verified whether these culverts are open. And when you drive on these stretch beyond Chirai Dongri, about 40 kilometers hence, you enter the buffer area of Kanha National Park. And here I was in for a big surprise. A big herd of wild deer, spotted deer as we say, as you can see from my video here. There was a big herd on both sides of the road. I just stopped my car and took some pictures without disturbing them. Please ensure that you do not enter the forest or chase these animals. I've seen certain people, certain families allowing the kids to go behind them. And not only it's dangerous for them, as the deer may get spooked and attack, or secondly, these areas are natural areas. You may have certain hiding snakes or other things. So be on the road, enjoy the scenery. You can just take the photographs, and since this is the buffer area of the forest, you can get down. Otherwise, even that is prohibited when you go into the national park, as many of you might have experienced. So I came back to Kanha National Park. It took me about 5.5 hours from starting from Nagpur to Kanha, and I stayed at a small boutique but a very fine property by the name Wildmark. It is located just about 500 meters from the main Kanha gate on the main road. It has got just 7 or 8 rooms, so it's quite a homely kind of a place. But it's a huge property in the sense it's about 3 acres property. The staff there, Dheeraj and his team, really took care of us. I have put some photographs of the rooms and the general area. The food there was exceptionally good. The cook is good. You can order whatever you want. So this kind of a place gave me a feeling of being at home. And I stayed there for 2 nights. And another thing that I would like to share with you is, as part of roads in Kanha or roads to Kanha, I have arrived in Kanha. So now another very beautiful thing is, there are certain roads which I was informed by the locals, including the manager of the property, Mr. Dheeraj, where they are kacha roads and they go into the forest villages. The tourists are allowed to use these roads and they go into the depths of the forest. So here's my video of a road that bifurcates from the main road to Kanha, and it goes to a village called Patwar, and you can go there. I have cycled on this road, and you can really experience the depth of the Kanha National Park buffer area without actually going into the core area. And the restrictions here are less, since these are roads going to the villages, but for animals, for tiger, for other animals or spotted deer, there is no core or differentiation between a buffer area. So you spot a lot of wildlife there. So the rules that apply again is, go in during the daytime only, do not go in the night time, and be sensitive to their requirements. So these are the roads which you can really cycle, you can use your vehicle to go and experience some off-roading without disturbing the animal if you wish to do it. And this was my three categories of roads that I experienced while going to Kanha. The vehicles that can go there are any of them. It would be better if you have a vehicle with a slightly larger, road clearance, so that you don't have to worry about. But otherwise, also any car can be taken there. And my return journey in Kanha, I came straight from Kanha National Park back to Nagpur, and this time again I experienced the road, and it took me about less time, about 5 hours, because I was more again, I knew the road how it is this time, and there were less traffic jams. So guys, please do visit this place and experience the three exhilarating moments of your life: driving on the best elevated road in India, in the most beautiful road, driving through the natural single roads inside the forest, and on top of it doing some off-roading or through a bicycle. You can experience the forest in its depth, in its pristine beauty. I am giving the number of the property where I stayed, just so that they have some support from you. And see you guys next in my video, and do subscribe to this channel. Thank you. This is Manish Agnihotri signing off.